Are you trying to get into anime but afraid if you click on the wrong thing, you're gonna get into some weird tentacle stuff? That is understandable, but at the same time, you gotta be doing a big deep dive to begin to the tentacles. What are you searching for? But even so, life is like a box of chocolate. You never know what you're gonna get. And anime is life. I'm Mr. Rogers Review. I give my honest opinion on anime, movies, and TV shows. And here's my honest opinion on 4 animes I think that are perfect for new beginners. And don't worry why I changed my shirt. Samurai Champloo is a great starter anime.
Samurai Champloo.
You get a great, compelling story with some awesome characters, some dope fight scenes, and that music just slaps. Premiering in 2004, Samurai Champloo is set in the Edo period with a hip-hop music theme. The music takes this anime to a whole nother level for me, because not only do we get some badass fight scenes, we get a whole soundtrack that we can boogie to. And the characters match this theme perfectly. You have the bad boy Outlaw and Mugen, who pretty much just don't take any type of crap from anybody. He has a self-taught fighting style because the man literally got it how he lived. He was brought out the mud. Then you have Jin, the suicidal Ronin who just want to prove his worth. He's cool, calm, and collect, and a master at swordplay, but he can't help but try to prove himself to make up for his past mistakes. That's a pretty dope character in my book. Last but not least, you have Fu, who is just that girl. She is somebody that you would definitely want on your team. She's far from useless because she's a jack of all trades. The girl that has so many jobs, she make the hate mind family from In Living Color look lazy.
I was your age, I was a maintenance man, a carpenter, a cab driver, a cook, a hospital orderly, a security guard, a tour guide, a fish cleaner, and an Amway distributor all in the same day.
And these 3 make up the team that is Samurai Champloo. They go on a journey to find a man that smells of sunflowers to get revenge for Fu. And along the way, they encounter a lot of different warriors, different fighting styles, and sometimes it can be scary. And man, does it pay off at the end. Samurai Champloo is set in the same universe as another title that I feel like is very perfect for a first-time beginner, and that's Cowboy Bebop. Cowboy Bebop is an all-time classic. Even a hardcore veteran fan who never watched one episode either heard about Bebop or know about Spike. Released in 1998, this neo-noir space western dropped some of the coldest moments in anime history, with a jazz opening so nice that once you hear it, you gotta bust a move. Following the main character, Spike Spiegel, quite possibly the coolest protagonist ever created in TV history. He's a space cowboy that is exactly too cool for school. Yes, I said that. But he is riddled with past trauma that comes back and bite him in his ass throughout the series, which just adds on to his coolness and the deepness of his character. He's like that. Spike is accompanied by his current partner, Jet Black, who is pretty much the old rugged character that always challenges Spike's plans and tell him that this is not a good idea, even though most of the plans work out in the end. Then there's Faye, who pretty much just made herself a part of the crew. It's not like she can't hold her own. She's a well-rounded character, but at the same time, ain't nobody asked her to be here. She just joined. There's nothing wrong with that, I guess. And if you're a dog lover, you're gonna love Iron. He's the best corgi ever. He's smart, resourceful, and just straight up adorable. And no bounty hunter team is complete without your super hacker, and that is Ed. Most of the series revolves around Spike's past, him facing it head on, and it's a lot of things that happen to this crew. Jet, Faye, and even Ed have their own backstory and complex situations, which what makes this one of the best animes of all time. Good thing they all can throw down and take care of themselves. The animation, 90s aesthetic is so gorgeous in this one. The futuristic cities, the details in the ship is gorgeous. And it's one of those titles that would just make you fall in love with anime. There is a lot of people who feel like this is the peak of animation, and they would just rewatch this instead of watching anything that has came out in the last 5 years. There's an anime that's not as good as Cowboy Bebop, but it's on the same wavelength, and that's Outlaw Star. Outlaw Star is an underrated, fun anime. Now, it's not perfect, but it's perfect for someone who's just not starting out. It's filled with adventure, space battles with space pirates, and some wild, kooky characters that are just hilarious. Released in 1998, the space western follows Gene Starwind, a tough guy who can handle his own, but he cannot even think about going out of space. He's suffering from PTSD after witnessing his father get blown up by space pirates.
Maybe I'll never get over this. I've lived my life following my dreams, and I don't have any regrets.
You're gonna just keep running away?
Just keep running away?
Man, we used to get the best promos on Toonami. Gene is a cool cat. He's not too hot-headed, but he's also not the sharpest knife in the drawer. He's pretty much just a good guy. He does have some gnarly scars, and his fit ain't that bad. At the start of the anime, it's just Gene and his brother from another mother, Jim. They run a jack-of-all-trades system where they do all types of weird jobs for people, which leads them to Hilda, which leads them to Melfina, which leads them to the XGP-15A, which they just call Outlaw Star. Roll credits. Throughout the series, they pick up more members of their crew and they form a family that Gene and Jim never had. With Jim being the brains of the operation, he makes sure everything is run smoothly. While Gene is the captain, you have Malfina being the heart and soul of the ship. You have a samurai warrior, and then you just have Katara from the Katara family, who is like a strong cat that can go buck wild. Outlaw Star has a great story. It doesn't run too deep, it doesn't get that emotional, but you will grow attached to these characters. The battles in space are awesome, and I feel like you will just have a great time watching this. We gotta step into the next generation of animation. With this supernatural horror action title, Hell's Paradise. Hell's Paradise is just simply gas. Premiering in 2023 and set in the Edo period, the story follows a group of death row convicts and their executioners as they're on an expedition to find the elixir of life on a mysterious island. The island has beautiful flowers and it looks like a paradise, but you already know, looks can be deceiving, especially since the previous 5 expeditions of the Shogunat's men only returned with one dead body filled with beautiful flowers. Yeah, that's deadly. But if the death row convict returns back with the elixir and their assigned executioner, they will be pardoned for life. For these convicts, it's either get your head chopped off or search through an island with creatures and monsters that will end you in the worst imaginable way possible. I'd rather have the executioner just go ahead and slice my head off like a block of cheese. The difference is with the main character, Gabimaru, they don't even know how to execute him. Every execution attempt has failed. Maybe he'll be the one to bring his elixir back and his executioner and get home to his wife. And Gabimaru is just cold. He is a straight up ninja with some crazy techniques. Sagiri is Gabimaru's executioner, and she is filled with insecurities that she has to overcome, and I love that glow up of hers. There's a lot of characters in Hell's Paradise, and they all have some nice moments, but let's just keep it short and sweet and simple. Besides the gorgeous animation, Hell's Paradise has a unique story and characters that I just gravitated towards. The island is mysterious with unique creatures that look like religious figures ready to just end you the moment they see you. The fight scenes are epic and the lore is deep, and it is something I think even a first-time anime watcher can get into. And you should definitely jump on it because the second season will be here before you know it. But be warned, there is some weird, freaky stuff in this one. Just want to throw that out there. If you made it to the end of the video, I just want to say you are the real, true MVP. Thank you for watching to the end. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And shout out to anybody who's trying to get into anime but don't know where to start. My page is going to be a great source for anime watchers. I'm going to be dropping more videos like this. Please subscribe if you're trying to get into it, or share it with a friend that's trying to get into it, as well as, you know, some horror. I'm Mr. Roger Review, and I give honest opinions that you can trust. Peace.